said you wanna play your game. You dealt me in, I said I'll pick it up, it's all the same.
6 o'clock hour on a Thursday. We are live from the Neft Lounge, which can only mean one beautiful thing. It's time for Neft After Dark, everybody! This is why this is like Mondays for people. Like Mondays suck. Like I think like Thursday's like the day before Friday, and it gets a little tight. And I love Thursdays mainly for this reason. I get to hang out with fun people like you guys because we are filmed in front of a live studio audience, you guys, which apparently. We're adding laugh tracks in throughout the whole show, in case you're wondering. Fantastic show tonight, you guys. As always, we are going to start this show off with the cocktail of the night. We'll get to in just a second as we get into the holiday season here from the Neft Lounge on Neft After Dark. Believe it or not, fantastic actor, you guys, a great guy. Met him a little bit ago. The dude looks great in a tracksuit. Actor, entertainer, fantastic human being from the new hit series WandaVision. Ladies and gentlemen, David Payton is in the house. I have watched this guy on TV, and I'll tell you this, he's an influence, he's a big personality on television. He's even bigger in person, you guys, and he's a great human being. We're going to play a little game with him later, and of course, in a segment we call Bar Games, because I'm conceited and I have the last name, might as well use it. Also, I did promise you guys more live entertainment on this show, and guess what? I'm going to deliver tonight, because we brought in a fastic. That's a new, I'm going to make up words tonight because that's what we're doing on the show. A new fantastic singer-songwriter. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be premiering her brand new video on this show tonight. She's going to cap the show off at the end of it with a live performance. Ladies and gentlemen, whoisraylene is on the show. And by the way, if you're confused on what I just said and you're asking yourself who is Raylene, don't worry, by the end of the show, you're going to know. Okay? A lot of live entertainment coming on tonight, some fantastic interviews. We're going to sit down with some of these guests, a little chit-chat with them, get to know them a little more. But as always, I promise you guys, start the show off the exact same way every time, our cocktail of the night. So, for all you drink-ophiles out there that want to learn how to make a classic but a beautiful cocktail, if you've ever heard of something called a paper plane, this has been around for a long time in the mixology world. And tonight we're going to do a little bit of a modern rendition on this classic, a little bit of a twist on this thing. Usually it comes with something like bourbon, lemon juice, Amaro Nannino, and of course Aperol, because it's just a light, sweet way to color up a cocktail and add a little bit of that aperitif and digestif flavor. The difference is, obviously, we're not using bourbon, but we are going to use a rye-based vodka. Of course, Neft Ultra Premium Vodka, 4 ancient non-GMO ryes, that 50-year artisanal water, and of course, that 3-time copper pot distillation is going to give us that spirit foundation on which to build our cocktail on. Of course, I did say Amaro Nannino. We're going to switch that out for Chinar and artichoke liqueur. It's still going to be a little bit bitter, a little bit sweet, not bitter-sweet, but it's going to give us that foundation that we're going to use with those ryes to build that same flavor profile as we would with the Amaro Nannino. Aperol, this is kind of a nice European liqueur. It's orange-based, but it has allspice and a couple other things in there just to give it a nice little sweet, bitter aftertaste and touch, but it's going to be on the higher end of that sweet scale. And of course, a little bit of acidity with our lemon juice to balance the whole cocktail out. No simple syrup, nothing to cut it. These are the base ingredients. This is why I say it's always a classic for mixologists like myself, because we're using ingredients that usually are left out of bars today. It's a sad thing. It's like instead of using CG, we used to blow shit up, and I miss that. Let's bring it back. Let's make a cocktail, you guys. Here we go. This is our version of the paper plane. We call it the Neft Origami Flying Machine because I think it's stupid enough to be funny. Let's do this cocktail. We're going to start with 0.75 ounces of everything. 4 equal parts, 3/4 of an ounce. No matter what you do, it's that way. If you want to go 1 full ounce, that's fine. Just make sure you use equal parts across the board. Lemon juice, Chinar, Aperol, and of course that beautiful rye and that Neft Ultra Premium Vodka. Now this will come out a little bit darker than most paper planes in the world. 2 reasons, it's kind of funny, even though we're using a clear spirit like Neft, as opposed to a colored brown spirit like a bourbon, is going to be the Chinar. The Chinar is a much darker color to it. It also has a little bit more of an astringent aromatics, a nose profile as well. So it's going to make us think we're drinking a more harsh cocktail when in all reality, it's the exact same as the other flavor profiles in the traditional paper plane. And I'm going to do a little extra spice of Neft in mine because I'm going to drink this, so why not, right? Wouldn't you guys? I love it. 2 people were like, yeah, drink, that's fine. I love this. We'll drop a little ice cube in here. We're gonna shake this. We're gonna pour it into a nice Nick and Nora. You can use a Gatsby martini glass. Honestly, you could serve this on the rocks if you really wanted to. Tradition calls for it in something like this. Technically a Gatsby coupe, but I'm gonna use a Nick and Nora because I think it's more fun. We're gonna shake this cocktail instead of stir it, a little more traditional way, blend that acid in there a little bit with our aperitif and the Aperol. And of course, you guys know this, you gotta smile when you shake because it makes it taste better. And of course, strain. I always like a double strain if we're really trying to be fancy. In this case, it's not that big of a deal. Once again, we're going to this Nick and Nora, so I want to build just the tiniest bit of the proud. Of course, I always use this term, proud. It's pretty much the foam on a cocktail, the head on a beer, the egg white topper when you're doing an egg white cocktail. Really what it comes down to is the blending of aperitifs, Aperol, and a hard shake with something like ice mixed with your acidity or your heat, which is in this case is lemon juice. And what that does, 2 things. One, it opens up the aromatics of a cocktail. The bubbles on top are gonna control and contain a little bit of the smell, the aromatics of a cocktail. As they continue to hold that in, as opposed to just dissipating across without this, it's actually gonna hold the top of that in. It's almost like a cap on the top of the cocktail. So a nice way to make that, you guys. And of course, that is the Neft origami flying machine, you guys. Next week it's going to be a much shorter name, I promise. That's how we make that one, you guys. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. On this show, we have a lot of people behind the camera, you guys, that you don't see. In fact, this happens pretty much in every production. The producer of the show, Neeson, pretty much wears like 9,000 hats. He directs, creates, writes, books the guests. He does a whole lot of other things as well. In fact, the guy's even rapped on one of our guests' singles before, a guy named Blake, which is pretty cool. But we have another silent hero behind the camera. And it's one that I love very, very dearly because he's been here with me since the very beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce Ernie Asuna, everybody. That's Ernie Asuna right there, everybody. Ernie Asuna, also known as the freshly shaved Colombian drug lord. Ernie, thanks so much for being on the show because you had no choice. I appreciate you being here. Ernie, why don't you give us a little bit of your background? What do you actually do on the show? I know, but how do we explain this to everybody else?
I ask myself that every day, what I do here. So I do producing for here for Neft After Dark. I also do some photography, production manager, videography.
Yep.
Also, I provide, mental health, for you when you stress out. When Neeson stresses out, I'm like the service dog of the office sometimes.
You're an emotional support animal.
There you go.
Haley will
Emotional.
understand this. Yeah.
Yep.
One of our friends in our audience tonight. I love this, Ernie. I love that you're being here. We're actually real friends, wouldn't you say? Yeah, me too. So we spend a lot of time together. More than anything, you have to look at my face a lot on the show and do a lot of the digital editing.
Way
but
too much.
One thing that you have to listen to me do is talk to a lot of guests, and I interview them, and I want to flip the script, man. Because you never get to ask any questions. You just have to answer, honestly, a lot of the dumb shit that I ask you.
Yeah.
So do you have any questions for me?
Can you make some drinks for our guests? Yeah, like we have 2 guests tonight. We should get them nice and toasty for their performance and interviews.
It's a great idea.
Yeah. I mean, I'm drinking right now.
Sadly, no, I cannot. I don't have the ability. It's no talent here. Or maybe we just shake on some cocktails, Ernie. So this is my favorite part of the show. This is where we open the show and I make a cocktail. Oh wait, we did this already. I am gonna make another one of these, but Ernie, let's talk about this because you are a big Marvel Universe fan. You're a fan of the MCU, am I right?
Oh yeah.
Who would you say is your favorite character in the last, year in a series that was streaming starring Paul Bettany? Just random, I don't know, off the top of my head, you know what I'm saying?
Let me think about this.
Random question for you. Haven't thought about this before. just came to me
Well-
right now.
Well, I watched all of WandaVision, and there was somebody on there that just inspired me so much. I think his name was Herb. Was it Herb?
I don't know. I'm listening to you right now. I'm not paying
Yeah,
attention to how much alcohol is going in this cocktail, so
Yeah.
this is great.
I mean, that's great. Yeah. I mean,
What'd you say? Herb?
you clearly weren't paying attention when you served me this.
Correct. Correct.
This is all whiskey. That was okay. Okay.
Hey, speaking of Herb, he's on the show tonight.
Yeah,
man. His name's
okay.
David Payton. Just had another idea. How about I give this one to David?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Good. So you see, like we have these, these beautiful. These are great. We're gonna make David's in this one. This is gonna be a lot more fun. He's gonna love this, by the way. David told me before the show this is one of his favorite cocktails he's never heard of before. The Neft origami flying machine. So we're gonna make this one for David, who's actually coming on the show here in just a second, Ernie. And I appreciate you helping me set this up because David's gonna be really having a great time on the show.
All I do is set things up. I like this
love
glass.
that.
What glass is this? What is it called?
This is, so I was asked before the show if we have any drinking games on this show, and I kind of said, I was like, I don't think we do. It's just like we do this show. It's produced in the moment. We do it like without stop. Ernie, what's the term? We don't stop. We just do it.
Now.
We do it
Yeah,
now.
we do it now, but it's called what?
No,
It's a what show?
presente. It's present.
Yeah, it's a present
Time.
show, but what do they
Now.
call that when you're like on air? You are.
It's on air. You're on air. You just said it. We're on air.
Perfect.
Live!
It's a live show, Ernie.
It's a live show.
So for all of you guys watching at home, you know this. We play this fun drinking game throughout the show where anytime someone says, oh, that's right, it's a live show, Ernie has to drink.
I don't know why I still work here.
It's a live show! Everybody, it's a live show!
I'm done here.
This is probably why the show ends every time with just the screen going black and nothing actually happens. This is like actually what happens to Ernie's brain. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys putting up with us. We have a fantastic show in order for you guys tonight. Coming up right after this, you guys, I'm going to be sitting down with actor, entertainer, David. We got to stop drinking on this show, you guys. This is getting real bad. David Payton's on the show, you guys, from the new hit show, WandaVision. We'll be right back right after this with more Neft After Dark. Hello and welcome back to Neft After Dark, everybody. It's a live show. Ernie is so mad at me right now. Guys, I promised you a little more entertainment, and tonight we're very lucky to have a brand new guest on this show, actor, entertainer from the brand new hit show, WandaVision. Ladies and gentlemen, David Payton, everybody.
Yeah. What's up, man?
David.
How you doing?
I mean, I'm great. First off, thank you so much for being on this show.
Pleasure having me, man.
I'm a big fan of WandaVision. Ernie and I obviously had a really shitty sketch at the top of the show. We're going to talk about this and make cocktails for you. Are you a fan of cocktails, mixed beverages?
I'm a fan of alcohol.
Okay, good. Perfect.
So-
You're going to love this show. This is great.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a live show, so that's good. I always love to start interviews off with a kind of a really hard-hitting question. Then we're going to back off a little bit. So
right.
apologize. Here we go.
All right.
What is your favorite drink?
Oh man, anything with alcohol in it.
Me too. I live like this guy.
Yeah, basically. But if I had to choose, oh man, I kind of like the Manhattan.
Yeah.
That's like my little go-to. Or if I had like my everyday drink would be Captain Morgan with some Sprite.
Captain and Sprite.
Yeah, but my favorite right now, I would have to choose the Manhattan. Yeah.
I love a good Manhattan, man.
Yeah.
Nice little kind of like bourbon martini. I mean, I work for Neft, you guys, but I'm an equal opportunity alcoholic. I drink it all, right? Just depends on what we're looking for. It's like I don't always drink Dos Equis, but when I do, it's Neft. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, here, cheers to that, my friend. Great to have you on the show.
Likewise, appreciate it. Oh, this is good. That's a good
I
one with your
know.
lips.
So cocky. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Goodbye, Manhattan. Hello,
Yeah, for
origami flying machine.
that sounds very sexual. I thought I was the only. Okay, my bad.
Welcome to the show. Okay, favorite color on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Black.
Maroon. Damn it. Thought I had it. Okay, cool.
I'm so terrible.
This is great. No, this,
Okay,
this is
yeah.
how the show goes every week. It's,
All
it's
right.
wonderful.
Oh my God, I'm going to hell.
I'm just gonna wait till you laugh again. This is good.
All
I gotta bring this up.
Okay.
You're a military veteran.
Yes.
Yeah. There's no joke in that. It's just beautiful. That's all there is to that, man.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you very much for your service. I really appreciate
Appreciate
that.
that, man. Thank you.
All the men and women, or whatever pronoun you go by out there, jokes aside, I mean this truly. I really do appreciate you guys' service. So a
And
round
they
of applause to
deserve-
all of you guys out there.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And might I add, they deserve to get paid way more. That's
Yes.
This is my personal opinion.
Okay, you guys in college athletes, that's it. That's all there is to it. Needs to get paid more. What was that experience like? Only because I'm asking, because now here you are, actor, entertainer. You're literally getting to play a different role on television, which has to be a lot of fun as much as it is stressful. I have to imagine the opposite is the case when you're serving. It's just stressful and then stressful.
Not necessarily. I mean, it was something I chose to do because, you know, when I went in, you know, you have to like swear an oath. And the one thing I realized was when I did it, nobody forced me, nobody put a gun to my head. So all the hardships that I went through, I knew that I chose to accept the good with the bad. So it wasn't really that hard. It was just, it was 90% mental, 10% physical.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't have the luxury of serving, so obviously I'm gonna have to defer to whatever you guys tell us it was. I definitely think it's probably a lot more physical, but if what you're saying is the 10% may still be a large percent of physical, am I right?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I mean, obviously I didn't have the baby fat that I have now, but
By the way, this is just the way a man looks, you guys. Okay,
You know,
this is just natural.
This is the size of a man who's just comfortable with life. You know.
Hey,
Yeah. You know. But
men and women should feel this way, by the way.
absolutely. Yeah, because we're on live television.
Sorry, Ernie, it doesn't. Let's go to the judges. It counts. They say it does.
Okay.
I don't make the rules, Ernie. I just enforce them. Thank you so much for not driving home later.
You got it.
The only reason I say this is a lot of people watch this show and I stand behind a bar that's, you know, about 4 foot tall or so, and when they meet me in person, they don't realize that I'm pretty tall human. I mean, I'm almost 6'3". I'm a pretty big person. You're taller than me, and you could definitely beat me up, and that's a compliment, by the way.
Actually, no. You could probably beat me.
You're right. I could take you.
Yeah.
Anyways, what do you say to that? Like, no, you got me.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
We're gonna have an argument about who could beat each other up, and both of us think we're
Right.
gonna lose. This is great. The best part is we're not gonna ever have to do that. We're just gonna go out on the street and hang out at the bar.
Thank God, because I press charges.
Good. Handsome and smart. I like this. You do have one of these faces. You're a very familiar face. I think most people probably say, I recognize you, but I don't know what you're from, or you look like someone I went to high school with, or you look like my dental assistant. I don't know. There's probably a million things that go through someone's head.
Yeah,
But
security guard. You know.
the security guard.
You know.
Have you gotten this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I got all of it.
Well, you are a big guy. If you're just standing out in front of a nightclub, like taking a phone call, someone's like probably give you their ID.
Yeah, I used to pretend just to, you know, mess around. You know, just check people IDs.
You ever just walk up to a bar and go, sorry, I'm late for my shift, and just walk in, they let you by?
Yeah,
That works?
Yep.
I'm gonna do that. Perfect.
definitely does. No, I'm for real. I actually did that. It worked. Yeah.
I love our producer goes, won't work for you. That's true, it doesn't, by the way. I have to tell them that I work behind the bar. You've been on many TV shows, I think where probably this comes from, Chicago PD. You did a show called Dave Makes Man. I have to ask this, and this is probably an unfair question. Not what is your favorite show, but what is the favorite show you've ever gotten to work on for you?
Wow.
If that makes sense. Like, not this was my favorite role, that could be a part of it, but sometimes it's the cast, it's the crew, it's just like, my brother's an actor, and there's one or two things he's done that I've not even heard of, and he goes, that was my favorite. And for whatever reason, it stuck out to him. I'm just curious if something sticks out to
Honestly,
you.
man, just to be a working actor, for one, is a blessing.
Oh, for sure.
To have the opportunity just to be on set, that's a blessing within itself. So
Yeah.
that's my favorite part. It's not necessarily I have this particular show that I love so much, even though my last my last show, WandaVision, was pretty much, it was magical.
Yeah,
As
literally.
cliche as that
Yeah.
sounds, it was magical.
Yeah.
I like how y'all just put that up. That's so embarrassing.
That's so embarrassing?
Yeah.
That is the dopest photo I've seen in a long time.
I just hate
Look at
seeing
this.
my face.
Why?
Oh man, I look like a sexual predator.
Oh. Now that you say it.
I feel like I'm about to be jumping out of a van asking kids for candy or something, but no. Let me stop.
What about this one? What about this one?
Oh, that one was dope. That one was actually dope. I remember that day. That was the day that me and Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany was just like having a great time behind the scenes, like, you know, throwing candy and just making up songs, and it was
No
a good
way.
time on set.
Hang on, throw that back up. This is a photo of you?
Yeah, that was the Frankenstein one. Yeah.
This looks like Jim Brown's 72 NFL photo, man. That's pretty sweet right there. That's a solid. For all you millennials out there, don't worry about it. Google it later.
Jim?
It's going to be okay.
Jim Brown? Jim?
James Brown, different dude.
Not James Brown.
Not James, but Jim.
Oh, see.
Yeah, didn't he say, I thought
He said James.
oh, you said James. James
Jim Brown.
It's Jim. You said James.
Oh. No, I thought he said Jim.
I said Jim.
Oh, everybody drunk.
It's a live show.
I need to catch up with y'all because this is what,
Well, here's
live?
to James and to Jim, you guys.
This is live what, television?
Jack and Diane, let's go. Oh, Ernie, it's a live show.
That's the
Okay.
term. It's a live show. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about this. You've worked with the mouse before. Disney, Orlando. You've done this. You love Orlando. If I used to work for Disney out of Orlando. I worked on the cruise ships.
Oh, dope.
What is the Orlando sucks. I don't know how to lead into this. It's a bad segue. What is it that you love about Orlando?
Well, I mean, technically,
By the way, Orlando doesn't really suck. That's just when you work there and you know when you go to downtown Disney for a job, it's not as much fun.
oh man.
Because Orlando's actually magic, and that's some of the best Thai food I've ever had. But
What a way to talk about my home city.
it's spaced out. Hey, I'm from Texas, you guys. It sucks too. It's fine.
Oh man.
There's a reason we're all here
I
in
mean, don't get me
California.
wrong. I love my city. I just hate the people in it.
That's probably a better definition of
And
Orlando.
it's not the native people. It's more so the tourists. You know, it's not that I hate them. That's just the saying. So don't hold me against that.
We're gonna cut that quote out and just put it in the
thanks.
yeah. it's
Even
gonna
though
be on
even though this is a live show.
Ernie's never gonna make it through the show.
Oh my God, he's gonna be so drunk.
I probably should have told you guys, audience, if you say it, it counts too, just for the record.
But I mean, Orlando is like pretty much the home city, man. Born and raised. You know, I'm just a kid from Tangelo Park, and I love it, man. Can't really say too much bad stuff about Orlando, but
I always describe the city I grew up as a great place to be from.
yeah,
Is that a PC correct way of talking about Orlando?
yeah.
I'm not trying to diss Orlando. I was there for years, you guys.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a growing city. It's still in a growing phase. It's catching up to the Miami, the Atlanta, you know, the Houstons, the LAs. You know, so it's still a growing city. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to just agree with you there because I haven't been there in a long time. I actually love a lot of stuff that happens in Orlando. I love the entertainment value. I love it. But I think you're probably right. It's the people that come into town and then destroy it
Absolutely.
and then leave and they go, oh, that place sucked.
Yeah, it's the tourists, man. They drive on the opposite side of the road.
Wait, what?
Yeah. We get it every year. We get at least one tourist that would drive on the opposite side of the road.
Okay, just driving that like European or something. I want to go back to WandaVision for a second.
All right.
It's a crazy show. The whole thing starts like a 1930s to 50s sitcom, black and white. Everyone gets introduced, and by the way, if I'm ruining this for you, I apologize if you haven't seen the show, earmuffs. By the end of it, everything goes haywire. It's a crazy show to be a part of. How did that play into you and your psyche of being an actor and having to do not only, what was it, 50s, 60s, 70s kind of style acting, and then all the way to almost to modern day, mixed with magic and sci-fi, and then 3 and 4 dimensional parameters, like all this stuff goes into it. Like how did that For one, I'm a terrible actor. If you guys can tell, I'm a pretty terrible TV host too. But I don't understand how any of this comes into play when you come to say, I'm going to play this role, and they give you, great, you're going to play against 6 decades.
I think it has a lot to do with the writing. If it's good writing, you have, the acting part is the easy part. So shout outs to, Jack Schaefer and her team. They did a great job of writing. We had a great director in Matt Shackman. I mean, my part was just easy. I just had to memorize my lines, go out there and execute. It's almost like going back to the military style of, the 90% mental, 10% physical. The 90% of that show was already done with the writing and the direction. We just had to execute as actors.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, this is fun.
I was literally the team.
Like I was literally going on set with the purpose of executing my character to my best possibility, and at the same time having fun doing it.
I love how humble you are about this. By the way, the show had 23 Emmy nominations, you guys.
Man.
That is insane.
Yeah. I feel like we did get snubbed on a few, but just to
I mean, 100%. I mean, I don't want to. It was tough because it was like a Ted Lasso Emmys.
Yeah.
I mean, it really
Yeah,
was.
I mean, congratulations to all the winners of the Emmys. I mean, we did win a few. I felt like we should have won more than we had. I really do.
Neeson and I have had this conversation, and we agree on most forms.
I mean, Catherine did an amazing job. Paul Bettany did a great job. The whole cast was just super dope. But just to be acknowledged and just to be a part of that was my reward. I didn't mind, the snubs because we were acknowledged. So.
I agree with you, by the way. You guys should have won more awards. But I also agree with you. The nomination is an award in itself, man. It's recognition for the hard work that you guys put in, and of course what the show actually meant to a whole lot of guests and fans out there. So I want to give you guys a little round of applause for that. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
You did mention Paul Bettany, and we all love Paul Bettany. The guy's a fantastic actor. He's gone across different mediums and across the oceans to become a household name for us. You have a pretty fun Paul Bettany story, I know. Do you mind sharing that with us?
Yeah, actually, Paul is probably one of the reasons why I'm out here in LA. Ever since I met Paul on the set of WandaVision, he's been nothing but, just a kind-hearted dude. Funny story, he linked me up with some really cool connections. And because of him, I got signed to a manager out here. So that was pretty much the story. Yeah. And it was crazy because we were in the, I'm gonna kind of keep it short, sweet, and simple because it's like an intimate moment for me.
It's okay.
Not like intimate like we kissed or nothing, but like, it was like intimate, like it was like, dang, like I can't believe this. He was
a big fan of yours, right?
Right. He was like, look, I'm such a huge fan of you. Your work is just so good. This is him talking to me, and I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. You would think like he's an A-list actor. He's just saying it to be nice. Okay, whatever. And I just take it in as a humble guy, and I keep it moving, making sure I'm staying in my lane, making sure I'm doing my acting stuff. And he does it again, and I'm like, okay, tell him the truth. So what happened was, I'm a huge fan of this movie called A Knight's Tale. It's one of my favorite flicks.
He plays Chaucer.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's one of my favorite movies. That's one of the ones I watch when I ain't got nothing else to do with my life. I'm just chilling, being lazy. I pop that on, makes me feel great. And I had to let him know. I say, dude, I remember going home from set and watching it, and I kind of teared up, and I told him, like, not at the time, but when I came back, I was like, this is a surreal moment. I just worked with this dude. Yeah. And I told him that, and he was like, yo, that was dope. And he gave me a hug, and I was like, oh snap, Paul Bettany's hugging me. Oh, this is real.
It was intimate. It was intimate.
Yeah, so that was a pretty dope moment, and he pretty much kind of took me up under his wing, and I was like, cool, man, I feel like I'm flying right now. So,
he recognized your craft and let you know about it.
Yeah, so I was pretty stoked about that. So And
I would be too.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That's a cool story, man. That's a cool story, you guys.
Yeah, on a live show.
Well, David, we're hanging out. I am going to make you play a game with me here in just a second, in a segment we call Bar Games, which is a lot of fun, which Neeson usually sets up something that's going to embarrass me at the end of the day. Thanks, Neeson. But I do want to ask you, got a couple new things coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about Glitch?
Glitch is it's a feature film. Young guy, man, reached out to me. He wanted me, to play this specific role. I don't know how much I can give out right now.
All of it. They told me it's fine. Just let it go.
I wish. But it was a pretty interesting role, very challenging. He's a very young director, producer, and I went in there with the same mind frame as I do with any other film, and I think it's gonna be pretty interesting. It's gonna be a pretty interesting film.
Is it something we can expect in 2022?
I'm not sure. I don't know when it's gonna drop. I mean, my part's done. Excuse me. I think it's still in production. So I'm not sure on that.
So it's one of the things. Please let us know when the time comes. We'd love to promote it for you. Make sure people get to see more of you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be right back here with more Neft After Dark and Bar Games, you guys, with my man David. Stay tuned for more Neft After Dark right after this. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Neft After Dark, which is a live show. Filmed in front of a live audience of people given melatonin an hour before the show starts. We are now going to get into a segment we call Bar Games because I have the last name and, well, we might as well use it. Hosted by our very own producer and game show host, Neeson Williams, everybody. Because one last name isn't enough.
It isn't.
So what are we doing?
Neeson Williams, I guess, today, and we're playing What's in the Box.
What's in the box?
I can't do it right. I'm not going to even pretend to do it, but from Seven. From Seven.
I know, you have to look like Brad Pitt's cousin from two other different mothers and fathers.
Right. That is terrible. So, we're going to play What's in the Box. We have our lovely other producer here, Colleen, that is going to place some mystery items in this box. And David and Luke will have 20 seconds to figure out, without seeing, what's in the box, right? So, when we place it here, I would love the audience just to say, what's in the box? Let's try it one more time.
You didn't have to count to three. That was pretty good.
That was really
pretty
great.
sweet.
They're just sleepy for you. They're pretty up
Texas
for me.
audiences, much slower than this. It's fine.
Okay, great.
Luckily, no one in that state watches this show, so it's fine.
Just alienated Texas. No Neft After
You're
Dark live
welcome,
from Texas,
Texas.
guys. All right, so you have 20 seconds to figure out. The person with the most points wins. The loser will have to take a cup of mystery jelly beans down their mouth.
It's better than a pie in the face, if I'm being
It's
honest.
better than
Usually
a
I
pie
have a pie in the face.
It's better than a shot of egg whites. It's
Maybe.
mystery jelly beans. So it could be boogers jelly beans, snot jelly beans, toothpaste jelly beans, which is really good, and our, hot, spicy jelly beans. All right? So who wants to go first?
Rock, paper, scissors?
Rock, paper, scissors. He said it. Let's go.
I was going to let our guest go first, but
Nope.
sure.
Rock, paper,
Are
scissors.
we throwing on throughs or rock, paper, scissors?
Let's go on
throw?
shoot. Let's go on shoot.
All right, ready?
Which
All right.
means rock, paper, scissors.
Shoot.
Shoot?
Yes.
Did I do that in Texas? Is that
Nope.
in Texas?
All right, ready?
All right, here we go.
But
Rock.
who cares, Texas? All right, here we go. You ready?
Disney taught him that. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I got a gun. You got to go first.
All right, I'm
We
up.
got you. All right. So we're gonna place that in there. He's gonna take that off, and you have 20 seconds. Go. Okay, what's it? Got some ideas? What you looking at?
Okay, it's definitely cold.
Okay, that's fine.
It
Let me do it.
feels almost like wet oats or like
Wet oats.
maybe like a chopped salad.
Chopped salad. And what?
I'm gonna go with
Thank you. What's in the box? 20 seconds is up.
like relish, like pickle relish.
You actually got it right. It's relish.
What?
Yes.
And
That proves me wrong. That proves me wrong. All right.
Well, that was gross. What do I do with my hand? I feel like Ricky Bobby now.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's great. All right.
High
so-
five, man. Yeah.
Yep. Put it in there with the
What do I
top
do
on.
with
So
this?
Kaleem's gonna load up another one.
I want
Just
to.
grab it.
I want to cheat so bad. I want to cheat.
So baby,
I
you
want
can't cheat. You can't cheat. Put the top on there. Leave the top on there. All right. 20 seconds on the clock. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I love them.
They're
for me.
so
All right,
good.
here you go. And go.
What do you feel, man?
I'm so afraid.
You got 9 seconds.
Okay. Peanuts. No. It's some type of candy.
And 0. It's a date, guys. It was a date.
I was never
It
gonna
was a
guess that.
date. It was a date.
I was
So
never-
Luke is actually winning, which is rare.
This
Yeah,
is
I was-
extremely rare.
I was never gonna get that.
All right.
I love you. Give him something
Next up.
dry. I get pickle relish.
Yep.
Watch,
Next
I'm about,
up.
watch, I'm about to get mayonnaise. Watch.
That is hilarious.
This is up to Kaleem. It's not up to me. It's up to Kaleem. All right.
This makes a whole lot more sense now.
Here we go. Audience. Go ahead.
That's a pineapple.
Ah, you got it. It's a pineapple. Jeez. And it's a half a pineapple. I should have been more specific.
Might as well have put a cat in there. I would have got that. Come
All right.
on.
He's up 2-0.
I should have went first, man.
You should have, but you
Woo, then we got that
All right, here we
guy.
I
go.
did shoot him.
Audience. Go ahead.
I'm so
Go
nervous.
ahead. Time has started. Oh, you got this. You got this. Oh, you got this. Look at that.
Right. Oh no.
got it. Ooh.
Peas.
10,
Sweet peas.
9, 8.
Corn.
Corn. How did you get the point?
I did.
All right, how many more we got left, please? 4. All right, let's go. Let's load it up.
All right, I got to
Look, you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Audience. All right, here we go. Ooh, okay. Talk us through it. Talk us through it. How does
Okay.
it feel?
It feels gross.
Okay.
It feels.
All right.
It's harder than
And
a
you gotta be
banana.
specific with this one.
It feels almost. It's not an
5,
apricot. It's got a circle
4,
to it.
Oh, that's disgusting.
2.
Why would they do you like that? Oh my goodness.
I don't think it's this, but I have to go with a plantain.
It's a sliced banana, man. It was a slice.
Fancy Texas.
He was being
You said
bougie.
it's not a banana, too.
He
You
was
literally
being-
said it's not a
He
banana.
was being real bougie. It's a plantain.
You said it's not a banana. All right. So you have a time tied up. You can tie it up right here.
Okay, let's do this.
You ready?
Yeah.
Audience. All right. Go ahead. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh.
Pudding? Banana pudding? Oh, it's Jello. It's pudding. Mayonnaise.
4,
Ketchup.
3.
Why it's so gushy? Oh!
All right.
Pull your hand out. Hide it.
Pull your hand out. Pull your hand out. Pull your hand out.
Luke, reach in there, touch it. Let me see if you know. You can touch
Why are you asking me to touch
He
it?
was. He was.
Okay, back up. Let me see. Let me see.
We had a theory.
What the hell is this, man?
If this is some fucking tapioca, we're gonna have conversations later. Hang on.
Oh, why does it smell like that?
There's some. What is in this bowl? There's something. Hang on. There's something like a little.
Feel it.
You got it. You got it, Luke.
Got it. It's in your face.
There's something in this. Like it's like a fruit. It's like a yogurt. Like almost like a pineapple yogurt.
All right. Pull it out. Pull it out. You didn't get it. It's fine.
Cream of mushrooms.
Cream of mushrooms, guy. That's what it is. Look at that. Guys, see that? You see what it is? Look at that.
Yeah, that's yeah.
We got 2 more left? 2 more. 2 more. Here we go.
Hang on. I'm just throwing up real quick.
All right, here we go. Somebody seen that? All right. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Let's go. I'm gonna just hang back right here.
All right. Audience!
And it's death. That's what's
That's a
in the box.
kiwi.
It's a kiwi!
Wait a minute, time
Oh,
out.
wow. Oh, my God.
Time out. I feel like this is a setup. Like y'all giving him all the easy stuff.
Hey, he did.
I was just pulling, bro.
All right, last one. David, it is now 3-1.
This is for funsies, I guess.
You already put it in there? Yeah. All right. If you get this would be 4 points right here.
What?
3 points. Who will lose if you get this? You are the guest. You are from WandaVision. I have talked about how much Emmys that show should have won for the last, 3 months?
It was supposed to be 23, you said.
Yeah,
Okay, as crazy as this sounds, I'm really, all right, so don't judge me when I'm about to say this, but I'm really afraid to put my finger in this. I really am. Like, for the first time, I never thought I'd say that, but okay. We're gonna find out.
By the way, we just got canceled, by the way, in case you guys are wondering.
Grapes. Grapes.
9.
Grapes. Olives. He's a maniac on the dance floor.
All right.
Oh,
4 points.
4 points.
Promise,
But I'm a fair man. I'm a fair guy.
Yeah, this seems like it.
I am fair. So, Luke.
Okay.
Step right here for me. David. Since he did pull out a gun, and that is not a part of rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I'm okay with it, to be honest.
I'm giving you your chance to win back right here.
Okay, I'm in.
All you have to do is win one game of rock, paper, scissors.
All right.
And Sir David will have to take the jelly beans.
Okay.
On shoot. Ready?
Ready?
Rock.
Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Ready?
Rock. Wait, can I? What? Rock. What the?
You can't just say rock and expect us to be ready to go. I can't see what your mouth does. This is ridiculous.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Did I win? Because I laugh, I giggle.
Luke lost.
Okay.
He tickled you. Disqualified. Luke lost. David won, everybody.
Here is my only victory in this, is that it is a live show.
God damn you. By the way, so he's trying to circle him out.
Oh, you got to pick one.
No, he has to take them all.
Oh.
I said he had to take a cup of jelly beans to the mouth, guys. I did say that. Somebody said you did say that.
Oh, that might be
All right,
sweet.
are you ready?
No.
Are you ready?
All right, fine. We'll do this.
You got it.
These like snot flavored.
I don't know.
We're not supposed to do that.
Yes, I said that. Yes.
Okay. It's like spicy snot mixed with like cream of mushroom. That's in there. Like old man's foot. Cayenne pepper. That's devil. Nope. Ghost pepper.
Ghost pepper.
The good spicy.
His face is turning real red, guys.
But it's just really juicy.
He may be a stand-in for Paul Bettany on season 2.
You guys know when like you have that first bite of steak and like it just explodes in your mouth, but like in a very negative way. That's how this is going.
It smells spicy.
It's terrible.
You smell? David smell his breath.
I'm not doing it. I'd rather sniff cocaine.
That's honest.
And I'm drug free. Yeah.
Well, you're new to LA, right? So you know that you got some time.
Swallow it. Just swallow it.
Nope, it's really spicy. It's really spicy.
Oh man,
Ready?
he's getting red.
All right, so now you got to toss to the next segment.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after this video from our new guest, whoisraylene, and her brand new video, Ride By, with more Neft After Dark. Right after this.
It's like the same color as my jumpsuit.
I'm not showing this video yet. I'm enjoying this right
It's so spicy.
Oh man.
Do you want some egg whites?
No, I don't.
He needs some milk.
You want water?
It's so spicy.
Right. Do that. Do it.
the time on my mind playing maybe we should end it. Should this be the ending? I ain't gonna wait. It ain't none of your friends' business if we on 69. It ain't none of your friends' business how I handle mine. It ain't none of your friends' business on what you decide, babe. It ain't none of your friends' business, so make sure you ride by. Hey, you with my heart, this is crazy. Wasted all the time on my mind playing baby. Maybe we should end it. Should this be the ending? I ain't gonna wait. You got me fucked up, I'm saying. If you think that I'm waiting on you, you don't even know me. You don't even want this. You never had somebody break it down like this. Show me that I ain't right about you, baby. Show me that I'm so wrong about you, baby. Show me, yeah, yeah. Show me.
Hello and welcome back to Neft After Dark, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest, singer, songwriter, fantastic person, kind of like Carmen Sandiego. Like, where is she? Except a little different, you guys. Whoisraylene, everybody, welcome. Whoisraylene. Raylene, thank you so much for. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I always save my best guest for when my throat burns, so this is perfect. I love this. You came with both of your sisters. This is a lot of fun.
You know, there we go.
Yeah.
They're
I love
over
moms
there.
like, I'm a mom.
She loves it. You know she does.
I'm from the South. My dad taught me everything I know, pretty
you know
much.
well then, yes.
I know well then. We just saw the brand new video, Ride By, you guys.
Yes.
Feel free to clap. The melatonin.
There you go.
I know, it
Mhm.
happens. What was the inspo for this video? You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be something that kicked in there.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I don't even count it as an official music video. Do you need milk?
Yep.
Oh God, can we get milk for him? Because it's a live show, right?
Hey!
This is probably the worst show I've ever
100%. Normally there's like 4 or 5 of these through the whole show, you guys.
This is not fair.
I'm gonna have to send a case to your house, Ernie, to make sure this gets done right.
I love it. But it's not, it's an in-studio visual. So it's like literally it was me 2 years ago, which is why I have completely different hair. I don't even look the same unless you see my
That was
face.
you in the video?
That was me.
Oh, well, actually makes it a lot more interesting now that I know that. That's great. No, I do love the new haircut. I like this little
Thank you.
short hair bob.
Thank
It
you.
suits you very well.
Is it giving?
Is it giving?
Is it giving?
I'll say it's as spicy as the jelly beans I just ate. I'll give you that much.
Neeson, you have to get him hip to the "it's giving" phrase. You know.
I just learned what a boomer was because someone kept calling me it for months.
What? I don't know. I don't see. We're even because I don't know.
Oh, perfect. Good. So I shouldn't feel that bad.
Yeah. There you go.
Apparently, boomer's just an old guy. That's what I was told.
You're not old. Don't listen to them.
Thank you for that.
You're so welcome.
She doesn't know. This is great. I want to talk about your favorite drink because this one, obviously, we opened the show with a version of this, but you love a good paper plane, don't you?
I do.
So this one's a little different. What do you think? And be honest, but be honest with the understanding this show is sponsored by Neft.
I honestly love it. I love it. I love it. I love the Neft paper plane. We can run it back as many times as you're gonna drink. You know what I mean? Like
The origami flying machine?
yes.
Is it a ridiculous name or are you kind of down for it?
No, I'm really down for it.
Paper plane was taken, so we had to go with something else.
Origami
Flying machine.
flying machine. It's a lot more dynamic.
Yes.
Yes.
What? Did this show just get better?
All the time.
This is crazy. I love this. Your mom and your sister are here, right?
They are here.
Let's give it up.
Yes.
Guys,
they are.
It's a family show,
There
kids.
we go.
Tune in
There we
if
go.
you're 21. I love this. They came all the way down from Seattle, you guys. I want to give a round of applause for that. And also, sorry. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome for the chilies, though. Paper plane. Why?
Okay.
I love two people who are like, yeah, we get it.
Yeah, there we go.
Why the paper plane? I mean, I like the cocktail. I'm just curious. This is like a classic cocktail for such a modern woman.
It's really simple and it's familial related. So we're
This is not simple.
No, listen.
Yes, ma'am.
So I know about the paper plane because of my sister and family friend, Guitar. She owns Sugar Hill in Seattle, Washington. It's a bomb Thai street food, lounge, restaurant, bar. Me and my sister were with her one night, and we went up to her bar, and she goes, let's, paper plane, just off top to her favorite bartender. And I'm like, what's that? I don't know what that is.
Because no one does.
I didn't know. I'm like, ooh, but paper plane, we're gonna fly? Okay, yeah, let's do it. And then we tried that, and it was the perfect, you can't taste the liquor, but you know it's strong. You know what I mean?
So
If that
everything
makes
in
sense.
this is liquor minus lemon juice.
There we
There's
go.
only 4 ingredients, and
Yeah.
every one of them is booze.
Yeah.
To some degree, not all 80 proof, like some a little lower, but it is. It's all booze minus the lemon juice. It's
There you go.
almost like a Negroni with a little bit of citrus and acid in
But
it.
it doesn't make you feel like an alcoholic when you're drinking it.
Okay. Well, let's find out. Cheers, by the way,
Cheers.
to the origami flying machine.
There you go. Origami flying machine. There you go.
Okay. Let's talk about you, because I love these pants. I love this outfit. And you told me a little
Yay.
bit. Part of this is a designer friend of yours, and part of this is mom's classic fashion. Am I
There you
right?
go. There you go.
Hit me.
There you go.
Give us the
Okay.
story.
So the top and the bottom, shout to Charman. She owns Her Favorite, which is a brand based out of LA. You got to check her out. And then this jacket is older than me, and it belongs to my mother. So it's a vintage piece. You feel me? She's
Yo.
like, oh my God, you're wearing the jacket. I'm like, yes, I'm wearing the jacket.
I love that. This is when you know mom's got style. This is where it comes from. You guys, all parents at some point use this phrase, and my parents, they said, Luke, I was cool, and then you and your brother and your sister came along and things changed. And mom, I think what it is cool factors change. Because by the way, I mentioned you before, you are cool, just for the record. You are cool.
You're cool, Mom?
And
You heard that.
Oh, yes, she is. It's
She's
just,
real cool.
yeah, we just have different versions of cool. So when we're young, we're talking about fashion, by the way. This is dope.
Thank you.
Mom, you are classic cool.
There you
Just
go.
for the record
There
right
you
there.
go.
Hey, how about a round of applause for moms,
Woo!
everybody?
Ow!
Hey, true story. Without moms, none of us would exist. So this is great.
There
You're from Seattle, Washington. Mom and sister down from Seattle, Washington. What brought you to LA?
Music, the weather. God, how can you be mad?
Compared to
at-
Seattle?
Oh, don't even get me started. Don't. You know what I mean? Yeah, you've heard the stories. I'm just kidding. Seattle.
That's my version of a dad joke,
Yeah.
by the way. And
Yeah, you're just waiting for me to.
yep,
You know
pretty
what
much.
I mean? No, Seattle's beautiful. Honestly.
It is. 3 months out of the year, it's the best place in the world.
There you go. Summers in Seattle are the most beautiful ever. If it was like that all year round, LA might have competition for me living there.
Oh, no, Seattle would win.
You think so?
If it was the same weather as LA, absolutely.
Wow.
I think so. The underground bars, the downtown city, the little bay and the inlets and the lakes and just the mountains with the trees. I think Seattle is a more beautiful landscape
You
than
sound
Los
like you're
Angeles.
from there.
No. I just spent 3 months a year there.
You know what? No, I won't even downplay Seattle. I won't even downplay Seattle. You can do everything
I love
there.
Seattle.
Yeah, you could hike, you could, snowboard, go in the water, get on the boat. You know what I mean?
It offers the same things LA does,
really
except
does.
I think Seattle offers a little more of the reclusive and quiet and simple life, let's put it that way. And LA is definitely more the hustle and the bustle, and if you want to
Yes.
stay up till 2 a.m. and find the after parties, you can do that here.
You know what? It is for me. LA is a happy medium between Seattle and New York.
That's a good way to
So
put
I
it.
used to live in New York and I miss it, but at the same time, you need that happy medium.
I love New York.
Yeah.
New York, I love you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
We love New York.
Orlando, I'm just kidding. I love New York, but New York is dangerous for me, like Vegas, where I'm like, hey, let me know when you guys are like closing up shop. 'Cause being a bartender, like there's a certain point when the time comes, I'm like, thanks for coming, see you guys later. And New York and Vegas are just like, that doesn't have, it just, you just there and all of a sudden they're like, we're open again.
No, exactly. It doesn't close there.
It's different.
You're lit all night till the morning time.
I mean, I was, yeah, that's for sure. You have a new EP out. Watch this segue. This is awesome. You have a new EP out, 001. Tell us about that.
It's actually, you know, it's a year old now. I feel like this makes the year anniversary, so it's new to the public, but it's not really new to me. It's kind of old. But there's 8 tracks on it. It was the first time I ever put out a full body of music as an independent artist, so that was really fun. Yes. And fun fact, I recorded literally, I feel like all the tracks except for one in my neighbor's apartment, who happened to be the producer that lived right above me.
He was your neighbor.
He was my neighbor. But okay, so this is funny.
Sorry.
This is funny. This is the whole organic, authentic, like journey moment, right?
Your neighbor lived above you.
My neighbor,
Get out.
who lived above me. Yes, get in there, above me. Yes, do that.
Phrasing. Sorry, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Sorry, Mom. You were saying, neighbor above you.
He was making music. I clearly hear it because, you know, neighbor, I can hear, right? There you go, above me. I'm like, what is this? I hear beats. I hear a producer. This is giving me music vibes. Hold on a second. What's going on? So then we go up there, knock on the door. Some really cute girl answers the door, and I'm just like, hi, this may sound really random and just a little bit, you know, you're probably not prepared for this. But is there a musician or a producer that lives in this household? Because I keep hearing beats and things like that from my room, and they sound really good. And I just want to know who's up in here. Like, who is this? And
Who it is?
Who it is? Right, who it is? There you go. You're good with that one. See that?
I know what my face looks like, but I'm actually from South Dallas, you guys. So yes. So who it is?
So his name, shout to Joshua Grant. He's the producer. She goes, yeah, I have a roommate. He's actually home. Like, can you tell him to come out here? Like, can I meet him right now? Here he comes, walks out, just literally in his house clothes. He's like, hi, and I'm all, hi, my name is Raylene, and I can hear you make music, and I just want to know, like, do you have beats? Like, can we make music together? And what's up? You know?
You guys, I have to imagine someone showing up like Raylene, because I know hey, by the way, this girl's fashionable. She's rocking some shades right now. She has the brightest, beautiful eyes and big smile. I can only imagine you popping into someone's being like, hey, what's going on? Your shit's dope. Can we be friends? Like, no one's saying no to this, ever, by the way. It's like in the 90s, if Shannon Elizabeth showed up at your door, you're like, come on in, stay for dinner.
Man, so he was down for the whole thing, and we just made music, like.
Right then and there.
Right then, like, he said.
It's the most organic thing that can happen, right?
I love organic things. Like, I love that. If it's forced, I don't want to do it. If it doesn't feel organic, I don't want to do it. If it's not authentic, I don't want to do it. So this was just really, it felt like it was supposed to happen. And then here we
Perfect. That leads me into your music. I've listened to some of it. We had your new EPs coming out today. Literally, we were just blasting this before anyone got here. Some people call it research. We just called it enjoyment because your stuff is really, really good. It reminds me a lot of this emotionally driven music that has a true story behind the heart, behind it, that I used to listen to in the early 2000s, you know, like slow dancing from 9 feet apart, whatever it was. And just thinking of what a beautiful love might be. And there was a whole lot of emotion behind this. It was vibing, you know, like the music had a mood to it as well. And I don't know if that's something that you try to put behind the music or if that just naturally, organically comes out.
Oh, of course.
But where does a lot of the inspiration for what you do comes from? Because I know you not only do you write all your music for the most part, right?
For the most part, yes.
Yeah.
I did, but for Ride By, shout to Osa, he was the co-writer on that.
Right.
He's in the video too. You see him dancing and all that stuff. He was a co-writer on that one, but all the other ones I wrote by myself, and it was super, it just is music therapy to me. Like, it's not anything but that. I didn't even come into this music game like, I want to be a star, I'm gonna do all this. It was really me going into the studio with a music mentor at the time, shout to GMK, and he's like, let's just sit in here and listen to songs, listen to what you're vibing with. We can play some beats. You can tell me the things you like, you don't like, and then whatever words come out, whatever vibes come out, just let it out.
I mean, I'm not trying to compare, but this is definitely one of those things when like Tupac was talking about, he's like, I never considered myself necessarily a musician as much as I was a poet.
Yeah.
And he was just trying to spread the word. He found music was the best way to reach the masses for him, at least.
Exactly.
I mean, he loved it, of course, but
Poetry
it
is-
sounds like that's the same vibe you're taking to approach to yours.
Yeah, poetry is like the root, I feel like, of a lot of things in the arts.
Well,
so.
I need to give you credit because there are a ton of talented musicians, singers, rappers, performers out there, but there's not a lot that write their own stuff. So you guys, I want you to know this is pretty impressive what we're being here with right now.
Thank you.
This is really neat. And saying that makes me have to ask this question because you weren't always a musician. You weren't always a writer and
Okay,
a
hold on.
creator. You used to, you go ahead. You better drink up on this one. This is going to be deep. That's going to be fine. You used to be a consultant.
I still am some days.
Is that right?
Yes. That's
Always
right.
multifaceted, right?
Yeah, because it's like if God gave you multi-talents, why are you only going, don't cap on, you know what I mean? Get all of them. Get all of them. Get all of them.
Hey, especially the powerful women. I mean this, for real, you guys. Get it. Get yours right now. It's time.
Yes, get all of it.
Don't be shy. Be loud.
Don't. Be you, because there's not going to be another person in this world that's you, so be you.
That's true.
For sure.
That is very, very true. Okay, so like I said, you make a little mood-driven music in my mind. This comes from a lot of inspirations behind you. It does seem to be a little bit relationship-heavy at moments. Is this something you're pulling? Let's hit your mom and sister here. This is great. From personal things that have happened, or are these like true experiences? Where does this come from? Not as inspiration. I mean,
Everything is true.
everything is true.
Everything is true. Everything is true.
Shit.
Everything is true.
This
for the
interview just
record.
got dark. you
And my
guys.
mom and sister, they have the full tea on where all of it comes from.
Perfect. So you know the term T, but not boomer. This makes sense to me. Speaking of nerds, boop. You are the nerd of nerds, self-coined phrase.
I have like this on right now, you know what I mean? But I love when people, I love nerds.
Oh no, this is nerdy.
This is nerdy? This is nerdy me? Okay.
I think nerdy in the new age, by the way. By the way, I'm a nerd too. It just is your nerd at the moment a cool thing for everyone else. Like alcohol mixology, everyone's like, that's so dope. It wasn't a long time ago. We were nerds. They were like, you know too much about booze. It was correct.
No, I'm
nerd
like-
is now a cool thing.
Yeah,
I
nerd, to me, nerd was always a cool thing. Like, okay, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
yes, nerd has always been a cool thing to me.
Wedding in the Vans. Let's do it.
Can we cuss on this?
Yeah, you can fucking cuss on this.
Nerd the fuck out. I love nerds. Like, you know what I mean? I love that.
We
Like,
just got canceled. It's over.
nerd out in your thing. Like, people have their different things, and I feel like that's what makes nerds unique. You know what I mean?
So it makes us all unique, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, we need to stop, we need to start praising individuality in our nerdiness. No, I mean this. Let's start loving each other for our differences as opposed to whatever the opposite of that is, because at some point we're all going to be gray and we're not going to be very unique anymore, you
There you
guys.
go.
This is a beautiful thing that we all have, and I love you for it, okay?
Thank you.
I love you guys for this, by the way.
Yes. Shout out to Luke.
Okay. Half the audience is already passed out by now. This is great. We spiked all the drinks. I told you with melatonin. This is great. Okay, we talked about fashion. We talked about, by the way, and this obviously stems from above because mom has left you some fashion. You're big into merch, and I think this is brilliant. Because absolutely, you have to. We talked about being multifaceted.
Yes.
Branding yourself is important.
Yes.
Being obtainable is important.
Yes.
Being relatable is important.
Very.
But also, being seen is very important. So if you can create an identity, a brand, let's call it that way, that other people attach to and understand. And I'm gonna use a really bad example. When I say Ed Hardy, everyone knows what I'm talking about. When I say Doc Martens, everyone knows what I'm talking about. When I say Mercedes, everyone knows what I'm talking about. And they all carry a very different connotation or a brand and identity. But you all know exactly which one of those it is, whichever one I talk about.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important for someone like you, who's an artist, a creative as you are, to brand yourself with the correct identity. So merch has an ability to do that.
It does.
And you're very into this. So tell us about your merch.
Yeah, well, I'm very into my merch in a sense of that I want to put it out one time, and that's the only time. And if you didn't get it, you just didn't get it.
Like a limited edition
like a
release.
collectible type of approach. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here on some supply and demand stuff. I'm not gonna put it out because you demanded it. I'm gonna put it out because I wanted to put it out. And as a viewer, a supporter, whatever you want to call it, you wanted to collect whatever it was that Raylene put out recently.
Girl, you are so electric, the lights just went off. I don't know if you guys saw that. That was dope.
So the merch that I put out recently, it was the first merch piece I ever put out. I wish I brought one on camera, but I didn't, unfortunately.
That's
But
okay.
we have the website.
We're going to have you back on the show. Give them the website.
There you go.
Absolutely.
whoisraylene.com. They're bandanas, so there's white or there's navy, and there's only 50 of each of them. So.
And by the way, I'm from the South. Can you spell Raylene so that everyone...
Yes.
I know, because some people, I apologize, are going to put two E's next to each other.
You know what's funny? I love how you say that because there's an E at the end,
There's
right?
two E's in your
and
name.
you know that the vowel, right? You know, I
That E is a vowel?
No, I'm saying.
I went to
how
college,
you,
yeah.
When you pronounce the thing, right? Like if there's an E at the end, you're supposed to carry out the vowel beforehand, but people don't get that. So who is
Right.
Raylene? It's Raylene.
Still two E's.
Still two.
Total.
Total.
Southern folks, you'll figure it out. It's fine. I'm from Texas. I can say that. It's the only thing I joke I make about that. This is great. We talked about your EP 001, and you actually have one coming out soon
Yeah. It's coming
called
on.
002.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So there's going to be a second one, and then there's going to be a third one. And then after the third one, there'll be more.
Are we going to follow in this 00, or are you going to mix it up? Do you even know yet?
It's just going to be 3.
Okay.
It's kind of like, think of it like a warm-up. Like for any J. Cole fans out there, you know he had the warm-up, the come-up.
It's like EP,
That's
LP sort of scenario.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And then he came
All
out with
right.
the album, like, we're mirroring something somewhat of that. You know
Shirt,
what I mean? So
pants, then jacket. All right? I like this.
there you go.
It's a terrible metaphor. I'm so sorry to everyone in the music industry out there. Raylene, I love this. I do want to ask you, this is kind of fun. If you were out at a bar and someone said, hey, I want to buy you a drink.
Okay.
What would you let them buy you? Would you order a paper plane and impress them, or would you do something else?
No, I definitely would order this because I can only speak for right now. And right
like
now,
that.
currently, this is my favorite. So I'm not even going to think about the next thing. I'm going to think about the current thing, which is this beautiful paper plane. Brought to you by Neft.
Yo, I'm going to tell you guys right now, this ain't the current thing. This is the current thing right here, y'all.
Cheers.
Hey guys, I want you to give it up for Who is Raylene, you guys.
Thank
Yes, this is the coolest thing because Raylene's been hanging out with us. Obviously, mom, sister here. We have a whole lot of other friends. Our in-house guitarist, a really fantastic musician. Rich, the guitarist, is here with us, you guys.
Yes.
And you guys, here's the best part. I promised you guys more live entertainment, and guess what? This lovely lady has agreed to perform for us live on this show here in just a minute. So we're going to be right back with a live performance from Who is Raylene with more Neft After Dark, you guys. Cheers, darling. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Neft After Dark, everybody. It's been a great show, and guess what? We're not done yet. If you're ever out and about, especially in West Hollywood, we love to give you guys a little bit of the places that I keep tabs on when I go out, hang out, have a nice food, drink, kick it with some friends, or just enjoy a nice libation out in public. And tonight is no different in a segment we call Barr Tabs, you guys. Tonight is Easy's. Comes through us from the Beverly Center, West Hollywood, you guys. A fantastic place for breakfast and lunch. I don't even think they serve dinner, guys, but Easy's. And do you know why? Because it's easy. Yeah, it's like we wrote this ad without their publicity, which we did. Easy's, you guys. Burgers, breakfast, really nice place. In fact, we won't let you sign the wall if you pay enough money or if you just don't ask permission. And believe it or not, you can have a great time there. Take a date, always a good time. Easy's at the Beverly Center in West Hollywood. A great place to check out Neft and, of course, have a bite to eat. Brunch on Sunday. I might see you there. Tell them Luke sent you. They'll be confused. You guys, I always promise you more entertainment, more live stuff on this show. And, of course, as I told you earlier, tonight is no different. whoisraylene is here live to perform for us right now with our famous guitarist, Rich, who is one of my best friends. And we just realized in the last show, lives like 5 blocks from me. So ladies and gentlemen, my neighbor and my new best friend, whoisraylene, everybody!
show me a round of applause, y'all, for Rich on the guitar. Woo! Out! Yes. Shout out to Luke. Thank you for having me. Neeson for bringing me here. And Neft After Dark, the whole team. Love y'all and the crowd. Thank you for being here. My name is whoisraylene. You can find more at whoisraylene.com. Music, merch, visuals, all that. We're only getting started, y'all, so hey, shout to that. Cheers. Playing with my heart, this is crazy. Wasted all the time on my mind, playing baby. Maybe we should end it. Should this be the end? 'Cause I ain't gonna wait. Hey, show me that I ain't right about you, baby. Show me that I'm so wrong about you, baby. Show me.
Ladies and gentlemen, who is Raylene? I want to thank you so much, you guys. Let's hear it for Rich the guitarist. Give it up for my man David Payton. Make sure you guys are watching out for Glitch, and there's a good possibility we may not know, we may see this guy in another thing very, very soon, you guys. Let's give it up one more time. You guys, who is Raylene? David Payton, Rich the guitarist, and everybody else. We'll see you next time for more Neft After Dark.